Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of our shared human experience. Today, we find ourselves in the vast and storied land of Australia, where the ancient traditions of the Aboriginal people have woven a rich tapestry of culture and resilience. As we delve into the origins of this fascinating civilization, let us begin by setting our gaze upon the rugged landscape of the Australian continent, where the red sands of time whisper tales of a deep and abiding history. As we venture back into the mists of time, we find ourselves in the company of the earliest known human inhabitants of Australia, who arrived on these shores at least 65,000 years ago, perhaps even earlier. The exact timing of their arrival remains a topic of scholarly debate, with some researchers suggesting that they may have arrived as far back as 80,000 years ago. It is clear, however, that these intrepid travelers crossed the treacherous waters of the Timor Sea, driven by a thirst for discovery and a will to survive. They likely followed the coastline, exploiting the abundant marine resources and eventually making their way into the interior, where they would establish a profound connection with the land. Let us imagine ourselves standing on the sun-baked shores of Lake Mungo, in what is now southwestern New South Wales, around 42,000 years ago. Here, we find evidence of some of the earliest human habitation in Australia, with the remains of ancient hearths and stone tools bearing testament to the resourcefulness and adaptability of these early Australians. The discovery of the Mungo Lady, a well-preserved skeleton dated to around 40,000 years ago, has provided invaluable insights into the lives of these early Australians, including their diet, which consisted mainly of fish, shellfish, and small game. The Dreamtime stories of the Aboriginal people, which began to take shape during this period, weave together the threads of myth, history, and culture. These stories speak to a profound understanding of the intricate web of relationships that binds all living things together. They describe the creation of the world, the laws that govern it, and the responsibilities that come with being a part of it. The songlines of the Aboriginal Australians, which crisscross the continent like a vast network of invisible pathways, are a testament to this deep understanding and connection with the land. As we delve deeper into the earliest history of Aboriginal Australia, we find evidence of complex social structures, trade networks, and technological innovations. The development of tools such as the boomerang and the spear thrower demonstrate a high degree of ingenuity and adaptability. These early Australians also developed sophisticated systems for managing the land, including fire stick farming, which allowed them to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. For example, the use of fire to promote the growth of certain plant species and to drive game towards hunters would become a hallmark of Aboriginal Australian culture. The discovery of ancient rock art, such as that found at Kakadu National Park, provides further insight into the lives and traditions of these early Australians. The vibrant images of animals, humans, and abstract designs, which adorn the walls of caves and rock shelters, are a testament to the artistic and spiritual expression of these people. These works of art, some of which date back over 20,000 years, demonstrate a deep understanding of the natural world and the importance of storytelling in Aboriginal Australian culture. The precursors to the great cultural flowering that was to come are evident in the artifacts, stories, and traditions of these early Australians. Join me next as we embark on an exploration of the primary events and cultural achievements of Aboriginal Australia, a period marked by great creativity, innovation, and resilience, where the Aboriginal people would forge a unique and enduring identity that would leave an indelible mark on the history of our world. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, exploring the rich and storied land of Australia and the ancient traditions of its Aboriginal people. This was an era when the Aboriginal people forged a unique and enduring identity that would leave an indelible mark on the history of our world. We find ourselves in a time of remarkable cultural expression, where art, storytelling, and spiritual practices blended seamlessly with the everyday lives of these resourceful and adaptable people. As we delve into this fascinating period, let us consider the intricate social structures that developed among the Aboriginal Australians. With over 250 distinct languages and more than 600 different clans and language groups, their society was a complex tapestry of relationships, traditions, and cultural practices. The kinship systems, which tied individuals to their land, family, and clan, played a central role in shaping their social organization and spiritual lives. One of the most striking aspects of Aboriginal Australian culture during this period was its vibrant artistic expression. The rock art of Kakadu National Park, for example, with its vivid depictions of animals, humans, and abstract designs, stands as a testament to the enduring power of Aboriginal creativity. Some of these works of art date back over 20,000 years, making them among the oldest continuously practiced traditions of art in the world. The songlines, or dreaming tracks, which crisscross the Australian continent like an invisible network of pathways, were another crucial aspect of Aboriginal culture. These songlines connected different clans and language groups, facilitating trade, storytelling, and the sharing of knowledge across vast distances. They also embodied the deep spiritual connection that the Aboriginal people had with their land, a connection that was rooted in the Dreamtime stories, which described the creation of the world and the laws that governed it. During this period, the Aboriginal Australians continued to develop sophisticated systems for managing the land, including fire stick farming, which allowed them to promote the growth of certain plant species, drive game towards hunters, and reduce the risk of devastating wildfires. This practice, which had begun thousands of years earlier, was a hallmark of Aboriginal Australian culture and played a crucial role in their ability to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. As we explore this remarkable period in the history of Aboriginal Australia, we are also reminded of the significant technological innovations that characterized it. The development of tools such as the boomerang and the spear thrower, which were designed for hunting and warfare, demonstrate a high degree of ingenuity and adaptability. These early Australians were skilled craftsmen, able to create functional and beautiful objects from the materials available to them. The trade networks that developed among the Aboriginal Australians during this period are another testament to their resourcefulness and creativity. These networks stretched across the continent, facilitating the exchange of goods such as food, tools, and ceremonial objects. They also played a crucial role in the dissemination of knowledge, stories, and cultural practices, helping to forge a shared identity among the diverse clans and language groups. The Aboriginal people had forged a unique and enduring identity, one that was deeply connected to their land, their culture, and their traditions. This identity would leave an indelible mark on the history of our world, serving as a powerful reminder of the importance of preserving cultural diversity and promoting cross-cultural understanding. Join me next as we embark on an exploration of the complex and often fraught history of European colonization in Australia and its profound impact on the lives and traditions of the Aboriginal people. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, exploring the rich and storied land of Australia and the ancient traditions of its Aboriginal people. This period, which began in the late 18th century, would bring about significant challenges and struggles for the Aboriginal Australians as they faced the arrival of foreign settlers, the displacement from their lands, and the erosion of their cultural practices. One of the earliest and most significant impacts of European colonization was the spread of diseases such as smallpox, influenza, and tuberculosis, to which the Aboriginal people had no immunity. These diseases would decimate Aboriginal populations, with some estimates suggesting that up to 90% of the population, in certain areas, died from disease alone. The introduction of these diseases would also have a profound impact on Aboriginal social structures, as the loss of so many people would disrupt traditional kinship systems and cultural practices. As European settlement expanded, the Aboriginal Australians were forcibly removed from their lands, and their traditional ways of life were disrupted. Many were relocated to missions or reserves, where they were forced to adopt European customs and practices. The loss of land and culture was a devastating blow to the Aboriginal people, who had a deep spiritual connection to their country. As the Aboriginal leader, Eddie Mabo would later say, "The land is our heritage, and we want to keep it that way." Despite these challenges, the Aboriginal Australians continued to resist, adapt, and thrive in the face of overwhelming change. Many maintained their cultural practices, such as storytelling, art, and traditional music, in secret, while others began to organize and advocate for their rights. The Yorta Yorta people, for example, would go on to become prominent leaders in the Aboriginal rights movement, fighting for recognition of their land rights and cultural heritage. The Stolen Generations, a period during which thousands of Aboriginal children were forcibly removed from their families and placed in institutions or foster care, is another tragic chapter in the history of European colonization in Australia. This policy, which was designed to assimilate Aboriginal people into white Australian culture, would have a profound impact on Aboriginal families and communities, causing intergenerational trauma and cultural disruption. In recent years, there have been efforts to acknowledge and address the historical injustices faced by the Aboriginal Australians. The Australian government's apology to the Stolen Generations in 2008, for example, was an important step towards reconciliation. However, much work remains to be done to address the ongoing disparities in health, education, and economic outcomes between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal Australians. Their story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of preserving cultural diversity and promoting cross-cultural understanding. In the words of the Aboriginal leader, "Galarvui yuno pingo," we must learn from our past, but we must also look to the future. We must work together to build a better Australia, one that values and respects the culture and traditions of all its people. Join me next as we explore the ongoing struggles and triumphs of the Aboriginal Australians in modern times. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.